Evening, guys. Terry's here back again with more of Stormbound. And in the last video, we had just finished up the second part of the campaign for the Swarm, and we just went ahead and made some edits. So I just want to share with you guys what those were. We replaced the other base with this Moonlight Eerie. It gives us one satyr every single turn. We added in Mindless Horde as well to kind of replace the gifted recruits, and then we add this double box. So it's essentially going to spawn one and then another one in front of it. That's going to be stronger than our gifted recruits. That's good. And we got rid of that green prototypes, which just wasn't doing anything for us. I mean, it's a one cost, one strike type of thing, but it's really bad. It's got some really bad effects. So it'll be interesting to see if the upgrades to it in the future do anything for it. There's a little bit of meta progression. These cards can be upgraded. So we're going to get into Chapter 3, Swarm of the East. If we win this one, we will get 3 rare cards, Swarm cards. So yeah, let's see what we get here. Alright, so they're going to drop that Mindless Horde. We got a Mindless Horde ourselves. So I do like that. We can go ahead and be at the same level as them. But we do also have our 2-drop. Yeah, so I think the best play is to drop a Mindless Horde as well. I do like the Conflicted Drakes, maybe dropping that down. But I just feel like we're going to get a little bit behind if we just do that. So I'm going to drop it on the opposite side. What I want to see is if they double up in that row, or I mean that column, then I'm gonna drop that Conflicted Drakes right there, and it's gonna do 2 damage to everything in line, and that's gonna be pretty strong. So I'm gonna drop this double block right here, or maybe let's drop it right here, and then I'm gonna put down my personal server, because that's going to add a little bit more power. I'm going to hold on to that Conflicted Drakes. I just want to see what happens in this next turn here, because, yeah, let's see. What are they going to do? So, okay, that kind of forces them to rush forward. Okay. And so this turn we have 6 power. Or 6 mana. So I'm going to drop the Conflicted Drakes there. That's going to do 2. I'm going to do the Fell Flare right here. And that's going to do 2. And boom. Just like that, we've taken board control. We've got a lot of units. I feel really good about this. Okay. They rushed over there. We've got our Moonlit Eerie. So I'm going to drop that. I like that a lot. But the question is, where do we want to put that? And do we actually want to do it this turn? Because it does build an advantage over time, right? Like, we're going to keep producing units, so that's going to be really strong. But I do have 7 this turn, and I can drop this and really eliminate those units, push back to back line. Got a really strong push coming up over here on the right side. They're going to take a little damage on the left, so you know, I'm okay with that. So what is that effect? So after move forward, okay. So those guys are kind of vicious. And I think that's okay. I'm not terribly worried about that. So we've got 8 this time. And what we could do, which could be a little bit cheeky, is do Call of Aid on our 1 person and pretty much say we're going to deal 4 to your face, like, next turn. Yeah, let's do that, and then we're going to have 4 behind there. And then we've got our 6 units on the right coming in. And so that's going to be pretty strong. Okay, that does direct damage. That's pretty wild. Wow. Okay, so they just like wrecked face right there with a pretty strong spell ability thing. So Stormblade is just not going to cut it. I want Execution. We got it. So I'm going to drop Execution here on them first. It's going to eliminate 4. And then I'm going to do my Heroic Soldiers. And yeah, now we got board control again. We're not going to hit that other card for a little while because it's 12 cards in a deck. And so we know they're going to have to cycle through before they hit some of those big cards again. That gives us a little bit of a reprieve. Like we kind of know what's coming up. I'm going to do personal server right here. Right, and that's going to boost that. That is perfect. I could not ask for anything better. And then I'm going to drop this here. That's actually going to finish it. I should have seen that from the get-go. 3 damage, double charge. So, yep. And just like that, we're able to crush them. The PC, yeah, this is campaign. It's not a player yet. But we are able to get Shady Ghoul. So on death, spawn a 1 strength satyr. Add a random bordering tile. Okay, so that's kind of like an on death effect. So this is that card. Destroy a unit or structure with 8 or less strength. Spread spare damage randomly among surrounding units or structures. Deal 3 damage. So they took damage in order to kill my big unit, and then it did kind of splash damage to everything around it. So that's pretty strong, but trading for 3 damage is pretty steep too. So you gotta be careful about that. Okay, so this one is command a random bordering friendly unit. So this is like if you really want to charge ahead. This is good, I think, if you've got a unit that's moves into their baseline, and then you want to just surprise attack and blitz attack them this turn, and you use this. This is good for like a finisher combo. At least that's where I'm seeing it. Or maybe it's also good for like just clearing the board and pushing back their line as a little bit of a surprise. But I would hold this in my hand and use it for more of an end game and not even reveal that I have this until I'm going to hit them really, really hard for that last turn type thing. Okay, so that's kind of my strategy. Let's go ahead and see what this little pack is. It looks like we got an extra little pack. So we got some other cards. Confinement. Reduce. I don't know why I said it like that. Confinement. Reduce the strength of a target unit to 5. So, okay. That's all right. Lawless Herd. So, a little bit weak, but we'll take it for 2. And then Emerald Towers at the start give 2 strengths to friendly units in front. Oh, that is friendly units, plural. So everything in front of this tower is going to be really... So that could be really good for like a side lane push. Just dropping units at the start of my turn. So things that have 0 movement are going to be good here because we can just continue to stack it. We want to maybe do a 2-lane push or approach. I don't know. We'll kind of play with that, but that looks pretty strong as well. So, all right. So we got these campaign or little quests. It says win 1 game and we'll get another pack. So that's really interesting. But we were able to finish up that next chapter of the campaign series. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this episode of our Stormbound series, and we'll be back with more in the future. So stay tuned. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so that you can get notified of the latest and greatest. You can find a link in the description to Stormbound. This is the mobile edition. I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully you guys are too. So be sure to check it out for yourself. Until next time, I am Terry's, and take care. God bless.